May 25th, Wednesday. Just really quick, wanted to document. I started the new Instagram account for the You Becoming Healed YouTube channel. And so I'm working on that. I'm going to record today. There's been a lot of violence in the community, and I'm helping a lot of my clients who are business owners themselves, or who are working with children, and they're wanting to address it with their students. And so I'm realizing like I'm kind of providing some support. I'm like, you know what, let me post on this. So I'm going to post videos. It's a series on violence, how to address it when it happens in the community. And it's going to be a part series. Not sure how much part. I'm thinking a 3-part series. One for the self, how to take care of you. Another short video on how to talk to your kids if you're a parent or a teacher. I think I might even separate that as a parent versus if you're a childcare provider. And then the third one is on community, what to do in a community. So just kind of speaking to the 3 different levels, right, of our lives, and providing feedback on that. Because I realized, actually, one of my old clients reached out to me, and she happens to be in the news, and she wanted to interview me, but I was actually back to back with clients that I really didn't have the opportunity, the gap, and I know her work is time sensitive, so I figured, you know what, let me just post something. So I'm going to work on that tonight. Cool thing about my dreams, the dream that I had, what I remembered from it was waking up, and it was my Project Survive professor, and she's the director of it. I believe the director, gotta look at that. But anyways, we're in the process of getting trained this next month to go into the schools in the fall. But she was in my dream, and in my dream, she was telling me to check my timesheet, because there were, and specifically there were days that were missing from my timesheet, and so she's just like, I haven't started working now. And then her and I had an interaction about a timesheet for the training, but it was interesting because in my dream, it was her that was telling me, but the visual was my work calendar. And so there was a part of me that I'm like, let me check my work. Sure enough, we got an email saying that payroll wasn't calculating our days and the entries that we had accurately. So for us to kind of really check our timesheet to make sure that it matches with what we entered in terms of our notes. And I have a lot of days that were not. And I remember getting my timesheet, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I never really pay attention to the details. And because I just trust that everything's going to go through. So in my dream, it prompted me to look at it. And sure enough, so I was so grateful for that dream that I was able to listen to it. And so I'm working on that right now. I'm in between clients in the evening now. I have one more. But it's prompting me to like, let me check. So I just wanted to capture that again, just how grateful I am for my dreams. But yeah, so it's going to be a busy few days. The final is over yesterday, so I'm grateful for that. And it's just, I'm using the extra time to really focus on what I wanted to focus on, which was the other YouTube channel, work on those videos, get the information out for people, access, finish that business course, and use my time wisely, right? Time is valuable. So definitely feel better today emotionally. And sure enough, yesterday I got a period. so all that emotion stuff was purposeful. So I'm glad I'm over that hump, and now I can just like start knocking stuff out. So really sad to hear about. And the thing is, I hadn't heard, like, it was through that email from my old client, and that she wanted to interview me, and that I was made aware of it, and then a client brought it up, a couple clients brought it up, and then I looked it up during my break time. I was like, oh, that sucks. But again, it highlights, right? It highlights what's happening in our communities. It's highlighting what is needing our attention as a community, right? What isn't working, what hasn't been working, and what needs to change. And yeah. So hopefully it helps people. So we'll see. Okay. All right. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, and we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.